Welcome to the chosen path. Yes, you heard me right. If you're here, it's not an accident. You were meant to hear this. Life has a way of guiding the chosen ones toward messages that wake them up, push them, and remind them of who they truly are. And today, you've been brought here for a reason. Greatness doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It grows quietly, in silence. It's in that hidden space where real legends are made, where stories begin long before the world ever hears them. Think about it: a phoenix, one of the strongest symbols of rebirth, doesn't just rise instantly. Before it soars in fire and glory, it sits quietly in the ashes, unseen, uncelebrated, forgotten by everyone. And yet, in that hidden silence, the transformation begins. That stage is not glamorous. It's not easy. It's filled with frustration, doubt, and sometimes deep loneliness. Maybe you're there right now, feeling invisible, wondering when it will finally be your time. But here's the truth: very few people understand silence is not punishment. Silence is preparation. It's the universe's way of sharpening you, protecting you, and molding you for something far bigger than you can see right now. Every chosen one must pass through this stage. The greatest athletes, artists, leaders, those we admire today, spent years in complete obscurity, practicing, failing, trying again, and refining their craft while no one clapped for them. Research even shows that top performers often go through thousands of hours of practice before the world even notices their talent. And that's because mastery is born in silence. When no one's watching, you're free to experiment. You can try and fail without judgment. You can push yourself further than you thought possible, not because you want applause, but because something deeper is driving you. Something real. That's where your strength is built. That's where every tiny detail is polished. The details that others will miss, but that will make you extraordinary when your time comes. In this quiet space, you're not rushing to prove yourself. You're not competing with anyone else. You're not running after validation. You're just building, layer after layer, brick after brick, into something so solid that when the spotlight finally finds you, you'll be unshakable. Praise won't distract you. Criticism won't crush you, because you'll know deep in your bones that you've put in the work when no one else was watching. And there's something else: silence gives you freedom. Think about it. When no one knows your name, you're free in a way most people will never experience again once fame finds them. No eyes on you. No expectations. No one telling you how you should live, speak, or act. In this hidden season, you can explore, take risks, make mistakes, and discover who you really are, without the fear of letting anyone down. That freedom is priceless. It allows you to set your own standards, to follow your own curiosity, to pursue what excites you, not what society says you should be doing. There's no noise of opinions telling you who you are. Just you, raw, unfiltered, discovering your path step by step. But here's the catch: once you rise, once people finally see your light, that freedom begins to shrink. Suddenly, everyone has an opinion about what you should say, how you should act, and who you should be. And that's why this silent stage is a gift. It's your chance to grow roots so deep that when the storms of expectation come, you won't be shaken. So if you're in that season of silence right now, don't rush it. Don't curse it. Embrace it. Because this silence is not wasted time. It's the foundation of everything you're about to become. Every single step you take, every word you speak, could one day be magnified under the spotlight. Imagine waking up and realizing that even the smallest detail of your life could be twisted into a headline, a rumor, or a trending post. That pressure, it has crushed even the strongest of people. The stress of holding up a perfect public image often makes you lose sight of who you truly are. But right now, in this sacred silence, none of that exists. Right now, you answer only to yourself. There's no crowd pulling you left or right, no expectations pressing down on your shoulders. You can breathe. You can walk your own road, chase the things that matter to you, not to the world, and lay down a foundation so strong that no amount of fame or attention can ever shake it. This is the season where your true self is allowed to live, grow, and take root. This is also where you're gifted something rare, the gift of deep self-discovery. Think about it. When fame comes, everyone suddenly has an opinion about who you are. The media paints you one way, your followers label you another, and society puts you in boxes you never asked for. You become a character in other people's stories instead of living your own. But when you're unknown, that's when the real adventure begins. You get to find yourself without noise. No one is imposing their version of you on your life. You get to explore freely your strengths, your quirks, your weaknesses, and see them for what they really are. You learn what fuels you, what drains you, and what makes you come alive. This is the rare space where you face yourself honestly, without filters and without fear. And yes, it isn't always comfortable. You might realize you're not as patient as you thought, or that certain fears hold you back. You might stumble into a hidden talent you never imagined you had. These discoveries are priceless because they're real. They're not shaped by the pressure to perform or to impress. They're raw truths that give you clarity, the kind of clarity most people chase their whole lives and never find. With that clarity comes confidence. By the time your name is known, by the time the world is watching, you'll already know exactly who you are. Their praise won't inflate you. Their criticism won't shatter you. Because long before they ever noticed you, you already did the hard work of noticing yourself. And that self-awareness, that's rare, especially in a world where people lose themselves the moment they step into fame. Few people ever reach that level of inner stability. Fame tries to mold you into what sells, into what pleases, into what's expected. But if you've spent your hidden season learning yourself, nothing can break that foundation. You'll walk into the spotlight not only skilled, but grounded. You'll shine without losing yourself. And that leads us to another hidden gift of this season: unbreakable focus and discipline. See, when the eyes of the world aren't on you, distractions are fewer. You can fully immerse yourself in the work. You can build habits, daily practices, and a rhythm that keeps you anchored. You can practice until mastery feels like second nature. This discipline is like building muscle memory in your spirit. It sticks with you, and it carries you through storms. Think about it. When no one is watching, you're free to decide how fast or how slow you go. You're not rushing to meet society's deadlines or bending under the weight of other people's demands. You're working because you want to, not because you're pressured to. That's real freedom. And this kind of discipline, it's not fragile. It's not built on applause. It's built on consistency. On nights when you'd rather quit, but don't. On days when no one believes in you, but you keep showing up. That's the kind of focus that fame can't take away. Because here's the truth: fame will test you. It will pull at your time, demand your attention, and throw distractions in your face every single day. Without a foundation of discipline, you'll be swept away. But with it, you'll stand firm. You'll know how to keep walking forward, even when the spotlight burns hot. This is the quiet strength you're building right now. The resilience to keep going no matter how long the road feels, no matter how many times you fail, no matter how heavy the pressure becomes. Others may crumble when the stage gets too big, but not you. You've trained for this in silence. Before the world sees you, before the applause, the attention, or the spotlight, there is a season of silence. A season where no one is watching, no one is clapping, and no one is validating what you're doing. And it's in this hidden season that the most important work of your life begins. Mastering yourself in the dark, before fame arrives, gives you something no stage, no recognition, and no applause can ever give: unshakable focus and discipline. Most people wait for success before they start working on themselves. But the truth is, if you don't build that strength before, the weight of fame will crush you. See, when you're unknown, there's no pressure, no deadlines set by the world, no noise demanding your attention. Just you, your craft, and your commitment. And this is where greatness is born. Every routine you create, every sacrifice you make, and every small step you take builds a foundation inside you. That foundation becomes so strong that when fame tries to distract you, it can't knock you off balance. Think of it like muscle memory. You're training yourself to keep showing up, even when no one notices. You're not chasing praise or applause. You're chasing growth. And that discipline will carry you when the lights finally shine on you. But there's something even deeper that happens in this quiet season: the purification of your intentions. Here's the question you have to face. Why are you doing this? Is it for likes? For attention? For applause? Or is it because this path truly means something to you? When no one is watching, you're forced to answer honestly. At first, maybe the thought of recognition felt exciting. Maybe the perks of fame tempted you. But in silence, those shallow motives fade away, and what's left is the real reason. Do you love the work itself? Does it give you meaning? Is it your purpose? This honesty builds a power that fame can't touch. Because when recognition finally comes, you won't be swayed by praise or crushed by criticism. Your intention will be so clear, so pure, that nothing can shake it. And people will feel it. They'll sense the authenticity in everything you do, and that will connect deeper than any performance ever could. And yet, this hidden season doesn't just prepare you for the applause. It also prepares you for the shadows. Fame magnifies everything. It makes your strengths shine brighter, but it also drags your weaknesses into the light. The fears you've been avoiding, the flaws you've been hiding, the doubts you've been running from. All of them will grow louder when the world is watching. That's why now, in this silence, you must face yourself. Look at your flaws. Heal the wounds you've been ignoring. Strengthen the places where you're weak. It's uncomfortable, yes. It hurts to confront yourself honestly. But this work is what makes you unshakable. Because when the criticisms come, and they will, you won't fall apart. When the pressure builds, and it will, you won't lose yourself. You'll already know who you are, shadows and all. And no opinion, no headline, no judgment will have the power to break you. This is the gift of the unseen season. It builds the version of you that fame can't destroy. The world will one day try to define you, pull you in 100 directions, and drain you with its expectations. But before that day comes, there is this quiet moment, this hidden season, where you get to build yourself into someone unshakable. You see, when you take the time now to face your sadness, to sit with your shadows, and to learn from your struggles, something incredible happens. You stop running from them. You accept them. And by accepting them, you take away their power over you. So when fame arrives, when critics speak, when rumors spread, when opinions fly, you won't be shaken. You'll already know your truth, and nothing anyone says will be able to steal it. This is why the quiet matters. It gives you the space to deal with what would otherwise destroy you later. You're no longer controlled by your shadows. You're the one in control. But there's another gift hidden in this season: the protection of your energy. Most people don't realize how valuable energy is until they're famous, when suddenly the world is pulling at them non-stop. Everyone wants a response, a reaction, a piece of their time. And if you're not careful, you'll end up burned out, drained, and hollow. But now, before the noise, you get to practice guarding your energy. You learn to notice what lifts you up and what drags you down. Which people make you feel alive and which ones leave you empty. Which environments inspire you and which ones quietly steal your peace. This awareness is priceless because it teaches you how to protect the most important part of yourself, your inner fire. And when the fame comes, you'll already know how to say no. You'll know how to step back when everyone wants a piece of you. You'll know how to stay grounded, balanced, and healthy while the world demands your attention. Not everyone who smiles at you will care for you. Some will want what you can give, not who you are. But in this silence, you're building the wisdom to see the difference, and the courage to choose your circle carefully. That's how you keep your peace when the pressure arrives. That's how you make sure you don't lose yourself while everyone else is watching. And then comes the art of resilience. Silence isn't always peaceful. It can feel heavy, even painful. There are days when nothing seems to move forward, when your doubts creep in, and when the dream feels out of reach. But it's in those exact moments that something powerful is being built inside you. Resilience doesn't come when life is easy. It comes in the struggle. It comes when you feel like giving up, but keep going anyway. It comes when setbacks knock you down, but you stand back up again and again. That's where real strength is born. This quiet season trains you to endure delays, to face rejection, and to handle disappointment without losing your vision. Every time you choose not to quit, you are building an inner toughness that fame will never be able to take away. Because one day, the world will test you. But by then, you'll already be unbreakable. Because in the silence, you learned how to bend without breaking, how to stumble without stopping, and how to carry your dream even through the hardest nights. The silence you are walking through right now is not empty. It is training ground. It's where strength is forged, where purpose is tested, and where your true character takes shape. Every setback, every doubt, every lonely night you've endured is building a foundation that fame will never be able to shake. This process teaches you something powerful: how to deal with sadness and rise again after failure. Instead of running from challenges, you start to welcome them, because you know every challenge is sharpening you, preparing you. Fame will bring new battles, public attention, constant judgment, harsh criticism, and the pressure to perform again and again. But the endurance you've built in silence becomes your armor when the spotlight arrives. You won't break under pressure because you've already wrestled with your own fears in private. You've already stood face to face with your doubts and learned how to push through. That kind of resilience isn't temporary, it's permanent. Like layers of steel added one by one, your inner strength grows thicker every time you rise after falling. When the applause comes, when the criticism comes, when both success and failure come at once, you will already be ready. You won't be crushed by praise, and you won't be destroyed by rejection. Your toughness, built in silence, will become your greatest advantage, keeping you focused even in the chaos. And then comes something most people never think about: relationships. Number 9. The gift of building real connections before the fame. When you're unknown, people see you, not the spotlight, not the image. not the name. They see the real person behind the dream. And those who choose to walk with you now, in the shadows, are often the ones who will remain the truest when the light finally finds you. These relationships are built on honesty, trust, and shared values, not on status or fame. They are the friends who support you because of who you are, not because of what you can give them. They're the ones who will celebrate your victories genuinely and help carry your burdens when things get heavy. And make no mistake, when fame arrives, relationships shift. Suddenly, people want to be near you for what you represent, not for who you are. Many will come with smiles, but not all will come with pure intentions. Some will want the glow of your spotlight without caring for the person inside it. That's why this quiet season is priceless. It gives you time to build a strong circle of real supporters before the noise begins. People who remind you of your worth when the world tries to reduce you to likes, views, or headlines. People who keep you grounded when praise feels intoxicating and criticism feels crushing. Because shallow love fades as quickly as it comes, but genuine connection, the kind you form in this hidden season, lasts. And when you step into fame, that circle becomes your anchor, your safe place, and your reminder that no matter what the world says, you are more than your image. True relationships are worth far more than fleeting applause, and if you honor them now, they will protect you later. 10th, learning humility before your ego wakes up. Here's the truth: fame has a sneaky way of feeding the ego. People who become well-known often start seeing themselves as bigger than life, as if the applause and attention somehow make them superior. It feels good, of course. It's flattering, addictive even. But if you're not careful, it can turn into arrogance that overshadows your true self. That's why the quiet time before fame is so powerful. It's your chance to grow humble, to recognize the forces that brought you this far, and to stay grounded no matter how high the spotlight shines. During this season of silence, take a moment to look back on your journey. Notice the obstacles you've overcome, the late nights, the mistakes, the small victories. Recognize the people who helped you along the way, the friends, mentors, and even critics who, in their own way, shaped the person you are today. Humility comes from understanding that your success isn't just yours. It's a product of effort, support, and sometimes even sacrifice from those around you. You'll face failures, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty during this time, and each one is a lesson in humbleness. They remind you that no matter how skilled or talented you are human. You learn to accept these moments as essential for growth, rather than threats to your progress. This practice builds a kind of inner strength that lets you stand tall without clinging too tightly to praise or obsessing over criticism. By the time the world knows your name, humility will be your armor. You'll understand that fame is fleeting, that the admiration of a crowd can disappear in a heartbeat, and that real power comes from helping others rise rather than stepping over them. Being humble from the beginning allows you to shine authentically, showing people that true greatness is measured not by recognition or wealth, but by the ability to stay grounded, genuine, and true to yourself, no matter the chaos around you. 11th, a test of faith and patience. Fame rarely shows up on your schedule. It doesn't ask permission or align neatly with your plans. In the quiet moments before the world notices you, you're tested in ways that most people never see. It's like standing at a bus stop, watching bus after bus go by, each one not yours, wondering if you're even on the right route. The silence can feel strange, even frustrating, making you question if all your effort is going to pay off. This is where faith comes in. Patience isn't just waiting. It's believing in the process even when the outcome is invisible. It's trusting that your dedication, your work, your choices are building towards something bigger, even if it hasn't manifested yet. During this quiet time, you learn to keep moving forward without the immediate reward or recognition, and that strengthens your character in ways fame can never teach. You begin to understand that timing is not always yours to control. The universe has its own rhythm, and your job is to stay consistent. Stay prepared and stay committed while the pieces fall into place. The ability to trust this process, to endure the uncertainty, and to continue improving while being unseen, is what separates those who are truly ready for greatness from those who get overwhelmed when the spotlight finally comes. This quiet period is your proving ground. It's where patience, perseverance, and faith combine to form a solid foundation that will carry you through the pressures, judgments, and expectations of being recognized. When fame finally arrives, you won't just have skills and talent. You'll have a deep, unshakable understanding that you earned it, that you're ready, and that you can handle whatever comes next with grace. You have to let go of the idea that the world owes you immediate results. It can feel like you're stuck on some strange game show called Guess when fame will arrive, except no one gave you the rules and the host keeps disappearing. In these moments, patience isn't just a virtue, it's a prize in itself. Faith becomes your secret weapon, like that friend who always shows up late to the party with the best story. Fame can tempt you with quick satisfaction and instant recognition. But in reality, the quiet time you're in is teaching you something far more valuable: the power of delayed rewards. This silence is training you to trust the process, to understand that your hard work isn't wasted just because you can't see the results yet. Imagine planting a seed and staring at the soil, hoping it will grow. You don't see immediate change, but you keep nurturing it, knowing nature works in its own perfect timing. The same goes for your journey. Some of the best things in life, like a vintage wine, a perfectly baked sourdough, or a masterpiece, take time to develop. So savor this quiet period. Think of it as your personal lab, a space to cultivate patience, faith, and resilience while the world keeps moving at its own chaotic pace. Every quiet moment you spend alone is like a rehearsal for the storm of attention and challenges that fame will bring. When your time finally comes, you'll not only be ready to handle the spotlight, but you'll also appreciate the journey that brought you there. The waiting, the effort, and the preparation. You'll understand that the delays weren't obstacles, they were necessary steps to build strength and clarity. Number 12. Moving in silence before fame. This is perhaps the most powerful skill you can develop. Before the world is watching, you have the freedom to work on your dreams, without distractions, without pressure, and without anyone's approval. It's like being in a secret lab, creating something extraordinary, while everyone else is blissfully unaware. There's a quiet magic in this process. Imagine yourself in pajamas, sipping coffee, brainstorming, planning, and experimenting, all while everyone else is busy showing off their lives on social media. You're quietly building, quietly growing, quietly becoming unstoppable. In this phase, you learn the art of moving efficiently and intentionally. You practice making decisions without needing applause or validation. You experiment, you fail, you learn, and you grow, all behind the scenes. You gain the kind of confidence that doesn't depend on other people's opinions, because you know your worth and your purpose. You understand your craft so deeply that when people finally notice, they won't just see your results. They'll feel the depth of the work, the thought, and the effort that went into it. It's like training for a marathon while everyone else is still fumbling to put on their running shoes. Every step you take in silence, every hour spent refining your skills, every experiment and every mistake is preparing you for the ultimate performance, your rise in the spotlight. When fame does come, you'll be ready to handle it with grace, poise, and power because you've already done the hardest part, building yourself without an audience. And when everyone finally sees what you've been doing in private, they'll realize they've been watching the world's best, kept secret unfold. Your quiet preparation becomes your edge, your story, your foundation. You'll walk into the spotlight not just with skills, but with the humility, focus, resilience, and self-awareness that only come from moving in silence. Every moment spent alone is an investment in yourself, a rehearsal for the stage, a sharpening of your purpose, and a testament to who you truly are. Because those who learn to move in silence don't just achieve their dreams. They transform themselves along the way, creating a legacy that shines long after the applause fades. You already know that sincerity is the foundation of true success. And here's the secret. When the moment finally comes for you to step into the spotlight, you won't stumble or second guess yourself. You'll walk forward with clarity, with confidence, and with the quiet strength that only comes from preparation, patience, and relentless dedication. The applause, it will come in time. But what really matters is that solid base you've built in silence, the one that will hold you steady no matter how chaotic or bright the world becomes around you. This quiet time isn't a pause, it's sacred. It's a space for growth, for reflection, for learning who you truly are and what you're capable of. Think of it as weaving a beautiful tapestry of faith, patience, and purpose, one quiet thread at a time. When fame finally reaches you, you'll be ready, not just to enjoy the attention, but to appreciate the journey that brought you there. You'll remember every lesson learned, every challenge faced, and every person who shaped your path. Your story, built in these unseen moments, will shine brighter because it's authentic. People will see your skill, your resilience, and your dedication, and they'll feel the truth behind every accomplishment. If this deep dive into moving in silence has inspired you, now is the perfect time to take your first steps on your own road to greatness. Hit that follow button and join a growing community of dreamers and doers who understand that quiet preparation is just as powerful, if not more, than the spotlight itself. Together, we'll explore the hidden work behind true success, share our insights, exchange ideas, and even laugh along the way. Each video will be a chance to uncover more ways to thrive before the world notices, to sharpen your skills, and to build your confidence while staying true to yourself. Expect wisdom, humor, and plenty of those how moments that make you pause and think, "Oh, now I get it." Your journey doesn't have to be loud to be remarkable. It just has to be real. So let's make this adventure unforgettable. Step into this quiet space with curiosity, with courage, and with the determination to grow. Your future self will thank you, not just for the fame or recognition you'll earn, but for the unshakable strength, focus, and clarity you cultivated while no one was watching. And remember, this is just the beginning. The best is yet to come, and the journey we're about to take together will show you how to turn silence into your superpower. And here's the thing. This journey we've talked about, the quiet preparation, the patience, the inner growth, this is only one piece of the puzzle. Every video on this channel is a step deeper into discovering your true power, your hidden potential, and the secrets of moving through life in a way that builds unstoppable momentum. If this video made you pause and think, just imagine what you'll discover in the next one, and the one after that. Each story, each insight is connected like pieces of a map that, when put together, show the full path to your greatness. Watching just one video gives you a spark, but watching them all, that's where the fire really starts. So here's my invitation. Don't stop here. Dive into the next video and the next, and let each one add fuel to the journey you're already on. See how the lessons connect, how your mindset can evolve, and how you can take everything you learn and turn it into action that actually changes your life. Remember, greatness doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen by accident. It happens step by step, video by video, idea by idea. If you commit to exploring all of this content, you're giving yourself the best chance to not just watch, but truly become the person you were meant to be. So don't wait. Click on the next video. Let the journey continue. And as you do, know that every single one of these videos is here to guide you, inspire you, and push you closer to the life only you can create. Your future self is already thanking you for it.